On this final day of 2025, there's a lot of things happening. Got all that daycare fraud up in Minnesota happening. Myself and a few others suspect same thing is happening here in Texas, except much larger scale. I was talking to Chief the other day, and it's easy to get depressed by this H-1B scam because nothing ever seems to be happening. But as he pointed out, we've seen more changes this year than we have in the last 22 years combined. Hopefully he's right. The final data for 2025 for H-1B applications come out yesterday, and I uploaded the data yesterday. It looks like the final total for the whole year is 596,552 applications, H-1B applications, for a total of 962,856 workers. Put it in perspective, on average, we only create about 1.5 million jobs per year. Now, they're not going to get all these workers. It looks like the total, people bitch about the total amount of remittances going back to India is around 126 billion. If all these people were hired, the loss to American workers of dollars would be $343,713,933,907. And there's 74,014 unique employers doing this to Americans. That's a lot of money. Don't know about you, but hell, just a tiny fraction of that would help me get out of living in this garage. We look at the H-1B dependent. I won't say it's 75%, but 205,973 of those H-1B applications are for H-1B dependent employers. Willful violators is a small fraction, 444. Those that support H-1B, which I still ain't figured out what this stands for, is 204,713. Now, President Trump's putting a thing into play where they can only hire the level 4 stuff, the highest wage people. Don't know if it'll happen or not. But let's put it in perspective. Level 1, the lowest paying is 209,521. Level 2 is 335,834. So if we got down to this red pie slice, that would be nice. I don't think it's going to happen. There's too many ways they game the system. Out of all the workers H-1B applications submitted, most of them got certified. 40,000 got withdrawn. Nearly 12,000 got denied. And about 12,000 got withdrawn. There's a difference between certified withdrawn and withdrawn. The number one key takeaway that you guys and gals need to understand, out of all the H-1B applications for 2025, 361,907 were for computer and mathematical occupations. To put it in perspective, we only created something like 15,450 computer jobs last year. Don't know what it is yet because the totals this year won't be out till May. And then as you can see, it's architecture and engineering, business and financial operations. There is no leaven. It's garbage in, garbage out. That's what we always call it. Live physical and social science, healthcare practitioners, and technical occupations. That's basically how the cookie crumbles, folks. That's what we're looking at for 2025. But what are we doing to put Americans first? See one here this morning. Same here. Replaced 3 times by Indians. Unemployed, nearly broke, living off my 401k, which is almost gone. Here's a good explanation right here. Wish Stephen Miller would help us get job intent data into one database. There is no clear view into visas without accurate data. Please tell President Trump we're still broke and jobless, replaced by Indians who should not be in this country. I was laid off 3 times by men from India. Now I'm old and can't get a job with my degrees from Stanford and UCLA. Can't get a job whacking weeds, cleaning tables, cutting cheese, or working schools. I applied to all. How many millions of U.S. citizens are in the same position living in poverty because we can't get a job in our own damn nation? Not enough people are paying in Social Security during their peak earning years. Boy, that's no lie. Last 20 years I've made very little, so I've paid very little in. The brilliant, I don't think he's so brilliant, the Secretary Scott Bessent, whatever his name is, can do financial forecasts will show that millions of unemployed are not paying in Social Security. And what this looks like 10, 20, 30 years out. How many workers do you need paying Social Security to support the millions of people who earn half of what they should during their working years? We can't all move to Florida to get the government safeguards that Ron DeSantis provides. Please help. And then we got the Department of Labor every day. Running these friggin' ads, recapture the dream, we're putting Americans first. Secretary Chavez, or whatever your name is, bullshit. You are still using H-1Bs to work on projects at the Department of Labor. Maybe you're just too damn dense and you don't understand that, but you are. The data shows you are. When are you going to put Americans first? Don't tell me that all the jobs have gone to Americans, because they haven't. All we got to do is look at the Presidential Job Creation Scorecard that ranks all presidents. Yep, as you can see, very few jobs are being created. And the jobs that are being created, 58,000 last month with the foreign-born, 114,000 with the native-born. That's pretty goddamn pathetic. If we look since the beginning of time, native-born have got 57.3%, foreign-born have got 42.7%. Crazy. And you guys and gals in the Department of Labor expect us to believe this bullshit? We can show you every piece of data. We can show you where the jobs are being created for. We can show you where we have too many H-1B applications so the Americans aren't getting by occupational group, by jobs. Here's that 15,490 I was referring to a while ago on computer and math occupations. Created 15,490 jobs. And we had 714,656 H-1B applications for the computer and math jobs alone. How is that putting American first? Trump wants to import 600,000 Chinese students. Trump, you can't build the American workforce if you're using another force to do the work for them. They need to get in and acquire their skills, team up with a mentor, learn. That doesn't happen by sitting in an unemployment line and losing everything. All that's happening is they're getting bitter, pissed off as hell. You're sitting on a volcano and you don't know it, buddy. 2026 is liable to be your first inkling. You might get lucky and scrape by, but I don't think so. I think 2026 is going to get your ass handed to you. Could be wrong. I'd rather see the Republicans win. I've seen nothing from the Democrat side that makes it worth them voting for. But right now, people like myself saying, what's the sense of voting? We're not, our desire to work and provide for our families is not being heard. If anything, we're being silenced. We're censored on Twitter by old Elon Musk, the great H-1B fucker in the facer. It's bullshit. Facebook, it's hard to get traction out there. Twitter, we thought we had a chance of getting the word out, and we were doing good, by golly. As you can see here, since our battle from last year, I've snuck through a bunch of times, but every time I break through, they break out the censorship. They find a different hole to patch in the fence, to keep me reined down, tied down, silenced. But every day, as you can see, I try. I try to find ways through this nightmare. Because our word needs to get out. I'm thinking maybe I need to start hiding my message in a video, because I know you won't watch this fucking video. Excuse my language. That way I can get the message out. It's something I'm thinking about for 2026. What are you thinking about for 2026 to help put Americans back to work in America? You know, inquiring minds like myself, we'd like to know that crap. For many of you don't know it, I'm running for the Senate. Don't stand a chance in hell, but I'm the only one that is focused on jobs. And your family needs jobs to do well. Can't find good paying jobs? Vote for Virgil Beerswell, the jobs guy. vbsenate.com. There's my email. There's my text number. You can text me. Don't call me because I won't answer. I get too many damn crank calls. I want to hear what you're going to do in 2026 to put Americans back to work. Because it's obvious our damn politicians ain't doing it. Anyway, enough of this. That's my thoughts for 2026 going forward. And kissing 2025 goodbye. Thank you.